Yo, whether deemed good or evil, both sides are messengers of the source because the source is responsible for all levels. So when we look at what they show us in the news, when we look at the shit that the false elites project upon the masses, it's still a language that means something. You feel me? It's like, it's telling us the truth, but we got to look at the formula that they show us in a reverse means to get what it truly means for their intent towards our divinity. Like with this actor that passed away, right? Whether or not he's really deceased or not, whether it's a stage or an actual sacrifice, like a literal blood sacrifice, I don't know. You feel me? But when you look at the subconscious lingo that they was trying to tell us, okay, right, the guy, what's his name? Jason Oliver, right? The Power Ranger guy. He's known for what? His most iconic role is what? The Green Ranger, which ties into the heart chakra. And what did the actor do, supposedly? They say he did what? Committed suicide. So that's like a lingo that they speaking to us, to our subconscious, about our heart chakra. It's something like when they come out with these distractions, it's something that they trying to combat subconsciously to affect our default. Like said in previous videos, the 1 and 3, the 3 and 1. All right, you got the sub, you got the outer consciousness, and you got the default awareness, which you would call void or the unconscious, which is where all potential dwells. It's the all-knowing, because sub and the outer consciousness, that zero, that unconsciousness is the midpoint. That's what harmonizes the mergence. That's why when you get positive, when you get negative, when they become in balance, it's like they're non-existent now. You become the no thing. You become the mystic invisible. Yo, so when we see the number codes, when we see the color symbolism, when we see the gematria, always know what they show us is trying to war against something that's in our subconscious that affects our default. It's like somebody being programmed by drill rap lyrics. Like those lyrics that the consciousness is choosing to pay attention to is taking it into the subconscious, which resonate into a default result. Like what we practice becomes perfect, right? They don't always tie into what we deem as good things. It could be toxic things. We know that all the shit that the false elites and the entities that they work with, we know that they are against nature. So they aim for the natural that's in us, which is the default state, the midpoint. Tying back into the Jason Oliver, the Power Ranger guy, quote unquote, passing away. All of his roles was what? You got White Ranger. White, that's like the light above your head. On a cartoon, the light bulb go off. Or a halo. You got the white. Then he played the Green Ranger that he's most known for, which is what they're mostly aiming for. They don't want heaven and hell to merge within your being, so they aim for the midpoint. Green Ranger, heart chakra, middle chakra. You feel me? And what other ranger did he also play? The Red Ranger. So you got the root, which is what they would call at the bottom, you know. Then you got green, midpoint, White Ranger at the top. They aiming for the 1 and 3. Yo, everything is actually speaking in that form of universal language. They just use it and actually, you know, strategically orchestrate shit and try to use the universal language for reverse agendas. It's just like us seeing what we call angel numbers. That's the same thing with like them knocking off a celebrity on a specific astrological time. You feel me? Like we can edit this shit. We can control and operate our own lives through shit like gematria and different colors. You know, that's alchemy. All of this shit is alchemy. It's magic. Everything is that. Everything is source. Source is mystics, magic. It's occult. Everything is occult. To get the outside, you gotta have the inside. What's another word for inside? Hidden, occult. So it's not, none of this shit is really evil. It's about the essence of intent and being that you're dealing with. You feel me? Like, you might have a justified heart. You could have the same superpower as somebody with a malicious heart. Both of y'all could throw fireballs out your hand, or, you know, have some Wolverine blades pop up out your knuckles. You could save the world. You could keep shit justified. The other person, he could just go around trying to, you know, slice up motherfuckers. You feel me? So it ain't about really what is who got it. Just like this shit. The shit that the false elites got, that they get from different parasitic spirits and entities and shit, so they can have certain knowledge ahead of time. They can't flourish like that. You know the saying, like, they can copy your moves, but they can't copy your anointment. It's the same thing. That's why this shit ain't flourishing like that. When we get it, when the true source cells, just like it's happening now, start to reactivate, it goes from micro to macro. You feel me? So when we get it, it's love based, it's origin, it's primordial based, it's source based. That's why the money, currency, all this fake shit gotta fall. Because what it's knocking down so we could get back in that place. We the one that makes the realm magical. The shit that they uphold, the trees ain't feeling that shit. The birds ain't feeling that shit. You feel me? But through you, the birds feel you. The butterflies feeling you. The trees feeling you. The flowers, the plants, the air, the winds, the spirits that mean well for this realm or for you. You feel me? That other shit that they fought, they with concrete, they with draining motherfuckers, all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? If you of source, yeah, you need people. Everybody needs somebody here and there. But on baselines, you can replenish yourself. When you got a light heart, when your intent is right at core, you heal faster. You feel me? That's why children heal faster. Metabolism, your level of metabolism ties into your level of self-love.